Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of Jack Bugle Productions. Today Matthew and I will be picking 3 games. First game is Philadelphia at home against the Denver Broncos, favored by 7.5. The Dallas Cowboys at home, -0.5 point against Kansas City. +0.5, sorry. Pick them basically. And the last game is the Seattle Seahawks, -7.5 at home against the Washington Redskins. All right, go ahead Matthew. Philadelphia at home against the Denver Broncos with a mess of a situation at quarterback.
Philadelphia, I think, is the best team in the NFL. They're 7-1. They have a very dominant offense. They have Carson Wentz, who's been throwing the ball very good ever since. His rookie year was shaky last year, but overall he's been able to turn it around, get 7 wins. They actually tied their record since last year. They tied their record this year. They were 7-9 last year, so now they're 7-1. So they unless they go 0-8,
they're not going to go 0-8.
They're going to end up with a win.
Not a chance.
Okay, so now...
What do you think is going to happen in the game?
I think Philadelphia's going to definitely win this one.
Okay.
38-20, I said.
38-20, and why is that?
Because I think even though Osweiler is playing, I think there's gonna be a fumble for a touchdown or a pick 6.
Fumble for a touchdown. That sounds like the Broncos this year. That train wreck. They're gonna slow Von Miller down on offense too a little bit. Yeah, defensively.
They have a great offensive line.
They do have a great offensive line. Okay, the next game, the Cowboys +0.5 at home against the Chiefs. 5-2 versus 4-3. The Chiefs are 5-2. Aren't they? No, 6-2.
6-2.
Okay, go ahead.
I personally think Dallas is going to win this one. They're at home. They have their own crowd. They have Dak and Zeke. I think they're better. Even though Alex Smith has actually shown that he's been better this year. He has 16 touchdowns. Normally he throws like almost only 19 or 20 on the year.
With like 5 picks.
And he still hasn't yet to been thrown one, you know?
He's done very well with that. I'm not a big Alex Smith fan, but he's done a very good job. Okay, I gotta come closer because the music over there, the soccer field is very loud. Football field.
The music is copyright.
I'm not worried about copyright, Matthew. Let's continue on, please.
And so I think Dallas is going to win this one 23-20 in overtime.
In overtime. All right, next game. Redskins +7.5 at the Seahawks. Late afternoon game. Good game.
Seattle has been dominant in the last couple games. Washington is this team that could slip up and win some games. But unfortunately, this is a very tough game for them. I don't think they're going to win this one. I think Seattle's going to win this one 34-17.
34-17, okay.
Now it's Jack's turn.
Don't touch the red.
Now it's Jack's turn.
We're going to back up a little. Before we pick, we're going to show what bad goalies do. They have the net in front of them here. They see the shooter coming, and they flop like a fish, and they give the open net.
Why do they do that?
Because they're scared. Because they think by covering the bottom of the net, they're going to do a good job, but that's not always true. You want to be square to the shooter and do your butterfly, but my knees don't butterfly because I'm old. Patrick Roy was the best I ever saw at it. Marty Brodeur, some of the other ones. Tony Esposito. All right, the first game. The Denver Broncos,
the train wreck team,
that do look like a train wreck, with Trevor the Traction Engine throwing tons of picks, pick 6s, fumbles. He goes back to pass. He holds the ball. It takes a sack. That doesn't work, Trevor the Traction Engine.
By the way, the Trevor the Traction Engine is a reference to Thomas the Tank Engine.
For young people who watched it, which is a pretty cool thing too. Osweiler, who I like, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference against the Philadelphia team that has the best record in the NFL. Good offensive line, good defense, 22 sacks. Emmanuel Sanders is coming off of an injury. Demaryius Thomas has been invisible this year. C.J. Anderson's hot and cold. Jamal Charles, I like, turns the ball over. I can't see Denver winning this game. I think the Philadelphia Eagles win this game 27-17. Maybe might give it Denver 17 as they score a garbage touchdown at the end, because I just think the Eagles are so much better than they are. I'm sorry. I love the Broncos, but I'm honest. The next game, Dallas +0.5 at home versus KC. KC has a very good offense. They can throw the ball down the field. You have Kareem Hunt out of the backfield.
Travis Kelce,
who I can't stand. I think he's a punk, but he's a good tight end. They go vertical, which they never did before. Their defense is very shaky, however. Denver moved the ball at will, running the ball last week on the Monday night. I'm sorry, I can't hear because of the music.
This music is copyright.
I don't really care about copyright, Matthew. No one's going to stop a 2-minute video that no one cares about.
It's 4.5.
Whatever, a 5-minute video no one cares about. Anyways, Dallas playing at home with Zeke Elliott getting a stay on his potential suspension. He's going to play. I don't think KC's going to stop the run. They didn't against Denver last week. The turnovers is why. Denver gave up 29 points on 5 turnovers. When you turn the ball over 5 times, you should score like 50 points, not 29.
So what were the
And
turnovers?
Seven of it was on a fumble by Jamal Charles. So their defense really gave up 22 points in that game. So Dallas Cowboys will win, I think, 27-20, just playing at home.
Is it overtime?
No, not overtime, because 7 doesn't mean overtime. 6 will. All right, next game. The Redskins get 7.5 at the Seahawks on the 4:30 game, whatever it is.
4:05.
Oh, early, okay. The Redskins are one of those funny teams that can move the ball. Cousins has had a good season, but they find a way to screw it up all the time. I really think they could have won last week, and they didn't get the job done.
They didn't do their job.
Seattle's defense has not been that good. They played terrible against Houston last week. Russell Wilson was outstanding, threw 450 yards and at least 3 touchdowns.
4
touchdowns. I think this game's going to be close. I think the Redskins can hang with them. The Seahawks are the better team, but I'm thinking 31-27 Seattle. Redskins cover, Seahawks win. All right, thank you for watching the latest edition of Jackie Productions. It's been a while since we've done one. I really appreciate it. By looking at the hockey net where the goalies give up those top corner ones where they're flopping like fish, I appreciate it very much. Oh, and then you have a guy coming in, like Ovechkin last night, and pass across. One timer. Boom. Rask had no chance. So, appreciate it all. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy your football.
This video is not sponsored by the Broncos, Eagles, Redskins, Seahawks, Chiefs, or Cowboys.